Contrast uncut, yeah, you know that's us. Where we only speak the real and the real rock with us. Where we motivate the people and politic on success. Oh no, we ain't DJ Khaled, but they swearing we the best. Contrast uncut, contrast uncut, contrast uncut, contrast uncut.
What's happening? It's Contrast Uncut, Season 3, Episode 12. Man, big shout outs to Uncle Snoops Army and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. It's your host, DJ Juan Dollars, like I won some money, aka Zylo. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I got a very special guest. I'm talking about, he all the way out of London, England. I'm talking about he got one of them hits right now that's circulated. He got my daughter and my wife dancing. I'm talking about I heard this on Sirius Heat Radio. Flaws and All is playing all through my house right now. And then, the way how the universe works, I end up having this brother on the show right now. So big shout outs to Ebenezer. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Anytime, bro. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. I see you came on here dripped out with the Versace joint.
Versace puppy. I've got a few in my collection.
I hear you, man. No. Come on with it. He said the flaws and alls don't start in my closet.
No, don't. Because I spend most of my time in the studio, so it's the place where I'm most comfortable. So what is more comfortable than a Versace robe?
I say this all the time, bro. I say you got to be comfortable and you got to be confident. That makes greatness.
Yep.
And so, the proof's in the pudding right now, because he said, I'm Versace laced up. So, bro, I got this quote. Let me know how it relates to you if it doesn't. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. It's Contrast Uncut, brother.
Okay.
Action is what separates. Okay, let me run this again. Action is what separates the doers from the dreamers. Lennox Lewis.
Facts. 100% facts.
So how does that relate to you and the product we have today?
I started off with nothing. I was broke, sleeping in my studio on the floor. My friends were paying my studio rent. I was minus $5,000 plus in debt. I could have just sat there, complained and said, nothing's happening with music. But I decided to be proactive and said, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to push harder, even though there's times where I wanted to quit, times where I was about to give up. But I had good friends around me who supported me, who believed in me, and was always pushing for me to just focus on music. And that is what I did. And eventually I caught my break. And then I am here now speaking to you because, they also say, praying without action is pretty much nullified as well. So I just prayed hard and just went out there and made it happen. You have to actively get up and do something yourself, otherwise you'll never get anything.
So Ebenezer, brother, I gotta ask you this. I ask all my guests this, and I'm talking about music. Did the game choose you or did you choose the game?
It's a great question. I chose the game, and it embraced me with open arms. It held me. It was like, I got you. So I was like, all right, let's go.
You had a rough beginning.
Yeah, I had a rough beginning because my family are they're from Nigeria. They're immigrants to London, and we had it difficult. Went through racism, there's racism all over the world, but we went through our own form of trials and tribulations, being broke, sleeping in telephone boxes because family snaked us. And, my mum holding 3 kids, my dad wasn't present at the time, 3 kids sleeping in telephone boxes with bin bags full of clothes. But the only thing that, got me through it was music. That's all I had. That I never got to go out and hang out with friends at that time. I was young. So I chose the game. I chose it. I was like, this music held me. And then I heard Kanye West's album, College Dropout, and I was like, this is what I want to do. Yeah.
So, bro, what was your first big confirmation? You know, what was the moment of like, man, you know, I put all this in, I'm sort of indebted and the world's upside down, but I still believe there's, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel, even if I'm the only one that sees it. So what was the confirmation?
The confirmation, there's been a few. When I was able to look after my parents, and no, I am now able to look after my parents because they sacrificed so much to begin with. The people I idolized and, you know, looked up to are now my peers, and they look to me for source. They're like, come in and write for us, come and produce for us. Because I write, not only do I write, produce, mix, record for myself, I do it for others. Wow. Being able to have a jacuzzi in my back garden, and you don't really get that in London. Because if you know London, if you're from London, you know London's cold and it'd be raining all the time. So I'm building a shelter on top of my jacuzzi so I can, I make sure it's open enough so the neighbors can see me enjoy myself. Yeah, and just a few things. I went Billboard #1 with a Korean boy band. I wrote a song for a Korean boy band that went Billboard #1. So the fact that my music now transcends not only location from being in London to America, but it transcends also to like Asia. So it's just a blessing.
Yes, sir. No, that's incredible to get confirmations from not only just your region, but from around the world. And then, I mean, here I am, I'm over here near LA, and I'm talking to you across the whole Atlantic and across past New York, man. And so, no, it's crazy. Incredible. Your stuff's playing all along the West Coast. It's definitely a huge confirmation from those 3 steps to now.
I appreciate it. And it's definitely one that I'm super proud of because, like I said, I've done this all by myself from the beginning, the inception of the record to the end of the record. And I know it's always difficult because a UK artist coming over to America, it's always that language barrier that sometimes is a bit difficult to navigate. But when I sing or when I rap, I don't sound like I'm from London. I don't sound like how I talk. So nobody ever knows. They hit me like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from London, England. They're like, nah. I'm like, yeah.
Hey,
it's dope, man. It's just a great feeling.
Bro, I'm a victim of that. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something about myself that I'm a victim of a lot too. Everybody talks to me on the phone. And, you know, I'm mixed, but my skin color is this color. So when they actually talk to me and see me in person, they be like, who's the person on the phone I was talking to?
That's crazy. So,
I understand what you're going through, brother. Trust me, I do. But you on a whole international level, because I was like, bro, where he from? And he was like, London. I was like, no way. No way. And he's like, yeah. Oh, come on, man. Come on. It's Mr. International on the show now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying to hold it down for my whole city.
There you go. There you go. Hold it down, bro. Let me ask you this. What were some of the highs and lows for you?
Some of the lows. Trying to get into the game and having to like beg people, I'll do this for you if you just let me, just give me a chance. Almost having to beg someone to put food on my table, not being able to feel like a man to provide for myself. I'm not able to provide for myself or my loved ones. That was a very low point for me, and not knowing if I was gonna make it, because I got offered such a ridiculous contract when I was coming inside the game. They offered me 20 grand, so that's like $25,000 for like a ridiculous deal that I would have still been in chains and shackles up till now, and just having my friend just be like, nah, you deserve more than that. Trust me, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So having to ride that out. And then the highs have been, music has made me travel. Like, I love traveling. I've traveled all over the world, South Korea, America, Holland, France, so many places because of music. And it's just fun to see people's reactions to the music. That I think that's my ultimate high point. Just seeing someone's reactions and their feelings toward my music, and they'll always explain to me why they like it and how much it's helped, and I'll be getting paragraphs of messages of how much my music has done for them, etc., etc. And it's always a blessing to feel like that. It really keeps me going and motivated.
No, I hear you, because that's also another confirmation.
Facts.
So what was some of your favorite places to travel? What's something that stood out? You know, where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna start adding this to my list that I go visit once a year.
Oh man, I haven't been back there. I haven't been to a few places in a while. So Atlanta, that was dope. New Orleans, amazing food. South Africa, the mountains, the botanical gardens, ridiculous. Like it's crazy to see, yeah, on one side of the mountain, let's say like you're in the middle here and the mountain is right there. You can see rain and storms coming down from here, and you can see the sunshine literally on the other side. You can actually see both happening simultaneously. It's mind-blowing. All the way to Amsterdam, because, you know, went to go in London, weed is not legal, so you have to fly like an hour away to go enjoy the finer things in life, so to speak.
Let me ask you this: would you rather fly or ride a train to get to Amsterdam?
They have just not too long ago they created a train service to Amsterdam, but it makes no sense because it's more expensive. The Eurostar charge you like £120 for a longer journey. That don't make no sense. I was looking at it today. I was like, why am I going to do that? £120 for a longer journey when it cost me £40 to take a plane, and it's only 40 to 45 minutes on a plane journey. You fix your prices. I'm not. I still like my bargains, even though I'm well off now. I can look after myself. My tax bracket is a bit different. I love me a good discount.
Oh yeah,
that's a good hookup.
Forever.
Yeah.
If I can get a wholesale, why not?
Hell yeah.
For what?
Hell yeah. Full price for what? Nah.
Exactly. So man, you know what? Let's take a pause on the music, because I'm about to go into my next segment. It's my awareness segment. And I'm really excited to hear your perspective from it, because, you know, you're across the Atlantic, and you've also, you know, shed some light that you have dealt with discrimination and racism. And so I'm gonna bring up, you know, my awareness segment is about police interaction. And, you know, I'm talking about the times that, you know, people get pulled over. And, you know, so my question to you is, you know, when was the last time you were pulled over, and what's some advice you can give to someone that's been pulled over?
Damn, I get stopped all the time in London. It's regular. I don't know if they've got like a marker on my car, or like even when I stepped out my house. My mum's house is not too far from me. I stepped out my house, had 6 police jump out on me. One tried to get me in a headlock.
Damn.
Because I was having an asthma attack at the time. They let me go. And it's like, oh, just breathe. It's nuts. It's nuts in London. We get police brutality all the time, police stereotypes. But the difference is, where I have to be kind of grateful for is, I know that even if the police stop me and harass me, I still get to go home. And it's not always the case in America. Your police carry guns, our police don't. In order to carry a gun, you have to be trained. You can't just, I've joined the police force, I've now got a gun, even though I've been bullied at school, and I just want to come and flex power and just like, I've got a gun now. It's ridiculous, man. But then again, I can't tell Americans how to run their country, because it's different. It's totally different to how it is in London. But my heart does really go out to a lot of cases. I see that the recent case that it's just come across to London, where a guy was jogging and he got shot by 2 random guys, and they're looking for justice. And I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Oh, that's deep. That's real deep. So just real quick, bro, you know, give one thing of advice to somebody that, you know, if they have to deal with the police and interact with them, what's something that they could take with them from one of their favorite artists?
the best advice I could give right now would be just, it takes a lot, but just try and be calm. Do not try and escalate the situation. Comply with everything they say, even if it means they stick you in handcuffs. Don't resist, just get through that moment and then take legal action straight after. But the main importance is your safety and for you to get back to your family. We don't want to be burying you or having to put you on a t-shirt or having to like remember you. We want you alive. So please just try and de-escalate the situation, even though sometimes they don't allow you to. Do everything in your power to, and then press charges and just try and record everything at the same time. It's difficult to say, but
no, it's real. We just seen a video footage. I just seen it last night, and you know, shine light to this moment because you know, you just said something that caught my attention. The guy gets on live and gets out the car and takes off from the police, and you know, they chase him down and shoot him in the back, and he's screaming like, "Oh my God!" And he ends up passing away. It happened in Indianapolis, Indiana. And you know, the footage is out there, but it takes the knowledge to turn on your live. And you know, he was whatever his thing was, you know, he was running from the police, but he was turn on his live so that the people that shot him in his back, the justification's there. Because ain't no reason why a cop should shoot somebody running.
Yeah.
Get your weight up, become more athletic, do something.
Yeah, man. The justice system as well. I don't know, man. It breaks my heart to see so many people dying for senseless reasons. Like, no matter what anyone like has done at the time, the whole point of the police system is to bring people to justice, not to take matters into your own hand and gun an innocent man with no weapons. He didn't turn and you wasn't threatened. You didn't feel threatened. He was running away from you. If anything, you should be like, yeah, I'm gonna chase you down and like tackle you to the ground and
play a game of hide and seek. Come on.
Yeah. At least make this.
It's real.
But it's such a shame, man. It always breaks my heart to see it. Always breaks my heart, and my heart like goes out to the families and my condolences because. Man.
So, bruh, let me go ahead. Let's transition out of this because as much as we just went serious, it's important to utilize this platform that we have and discuss these topics so that, you know, one, the awareness gets there, and two, you know, people really understand that we do care about the situation, you know? And so on that note, I got this thing called Trading Places. We about to have some fun. And Trading Places is pretty much where we take two iconic lives and they wake up and the world's changed. Just like Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. And so, you know, I got two people chosen for you. You know, question number one is, will it work? Question number two is, what would life be like if they traded places? So I got Neymar trading places with Kanye West.
Ooh. I mean, I don't see why that couldn't work because Neymar's pretty rich, living a lavish life. He's very well renowned across the world, and he has phenomenal talent. Kanye, the same thing, a phenomenal producer, a phenomenal writer, a visionary. But I don't think Kanye would want to trade with anyone because Kanye knows himself like nobody knows himself. So he wouldn't want to trade with anyone because only the things that he has in his mind and how he wants to help the world, only Kanye can do it, Kanye's way. But I'm sure Neymar might want to trade with Kanye to see what it's like to make College Dropout, Dark Twisted Fantasy Life, Pablo, Jesus, Graduation, Late Registration, what else?
I mean,
Yay.
Come on, Kanye is a billionaire right now, and Neymar
Yeezy.
Yeah, Yeezy up there. Neymar's up there too. I want to say like he's up there with Cristiano Ronaldo and like LeBron and like the highest made for an athlete in like Mayweather. So you know he's up there. But you know my question to you about this, and we're gonna switch topics here in a second, is you know Do you think that Kanye would be the coldest the coldest soccer player there is, and put on the same way that Neymar did? And do you feel like Neymar would be able to make a college dropout? Do you feel like Neymar could have been able to make those hits and, handle the Kardashian?
I don't think Neymar could ever. Neither do I think Kanye could play football like that. I don't ever think he could, because I can see Kanye doing it. No way. I could see Kanye being a manager, like being the coach and saying like, alright, this is my vision for the team, this is how we're gonna take over, and this is the strategy we're gonna use, or him owning the football club, and this is how we're gonna brand it. But as far as playing football is a different game. Like soccer, sorry, you guys call it soccer. How we play football, because I used to play football myself, it's different. It's nothing like music. It's nothing like, we're slide tackling, we're getting stuck in physical. This is a physical game. We're not playing no games. Now it's becoming a bit soft, and as you touch someone with a finger, they dive off. But before, when I was young, if you ain't built for it, you better go sit on the bench. You better warm up the bench for when I come off.
He said, "Get out my way. Get out my way."
Yeah, I don't think they both could do it.
Fair enough. I think it'd be crazy. I think the love lives would be the same, but we wouldn't get the same like entertainment and same athletic, end story that we get right now.
Yeah. I
think Kanye would have had like a shooting line way back before, if he was Neymar, way before he had Yeezys and all that, because he would have for sure used it if he wasn't the line.
Yep, facts.
All right, bro. So I got this thing called Impulse Q&A. And essentially, these are questions from like a fan perspective. And, you get an option to pass on the question, but the whole idea is for you to give impulse answers. And, they're put at random. And, let me know if you can answer it. If not, you could say pass. But you still got to answer 3 questions.
Okay, got you.
Question number 1. Really, Kev? If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Sushi.
Sushi or pussy?
Clarify.
Sushi.
Come on, both. Depends on which.
Depends on what occasion. Sushi. I'll go with sushi.
Okay, fair enough. Question number 2. What would you do if you were invisible for a day?
I'd rob a bank.
Would it be like the Federal Reserve? Would it be like,
Every bank. Every bank possible. I'm doing everything. I'm robbing a bank. I'm stealing. I'm becoming a thief.
So where would you put all that at?
That's a very good question. I haven't figured that out. I didn't think that far. I was just like, let me
one at a time. Kevin, I'm just invisible.
Yeah, let me at least get the money first, then we'll figure that out later. I'm becoming a thief.
Okay, fair enough. He said flaws and all, you gotta deal with it.
Yep.
Question number 3. What is something you hate but you wish you loved?
Something I hate but I wish I loved. Ooh, that's a difficult one. I don't know.
You could pass. I'll tell you my answer.
Go ahead.
Cleaning.
Fair enough.
I hate cleaning, but I wish I loved it because, then it's less to do later. But when you let that shit pile up, it's like, fuck, I'm cleaning everything for hours now because I let this shit happen for a week. These kids, everything, like.
There's so many things I don't like doing that I wish I did like doing. But there's nothing I hate doing.
Okay, I'm gonna do another question.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
And then you know what? I got a bonus question for you too. So,
good.
On the spirit of this. All right, question number 3. What is your most unusual talent?
My most unusual talent. I wouldn't say it's unusual. I was never taught how to play play that keyboard or piano, but for some reason, anything I hear, I can play. So you could sing something, and I'll just work it out. I'll be like, oh, you're singing this, or I hear a song, I'll be like, oh, they're playing this. But I was too poor to afford piano lessons. Everyone was taking like piano lessons in school, and I was just like, I was almost trying to take the piss out of them. So like, oh, you're a nerd, like, you pay for piano lessons. But really, I wish I could have taken piano lessons. But I mean, I still get by.
Bro, I've been doing music for a while now, and you know, someone told me a long time ago, you gotta get your artists to sing in key. And I was like, what does that mean? Because I didn't know anything about pianos either. And then, you know, you hit fast forward, and then I'm like, oh, that's what they meant. This beat has to be in this key because it matches his voice. And that you know, it took a long time to understand that and crack the walls. I think we got some delay. So yeah, man, most unusual talent, the keys. I got you. It's a struggle to understand music without understanding how the voice and keys and how your instrument of your voice really works.
Yeah, I mean, I used to just wing it. I just used to kind of guess, but I learned a bit of theory. I kind of understand like what a song, what key it's in. I can kind of work it out. I can be like, these are the notes, so therefore it must mean it's in this key. I just like, if I'm using an auto-tune for an artist that wants to sing, I just kind of figure out the notes. I'm like, okay, this is what it is on the actual auto-tune. But yeah, most of the time I can kind of just hear it and just be like,
yeah, that's a gift. That's a gift, brother. So man, I got a bonus question as promised. And you know, I ask this question to people I feel like are real hustlers, and you know, they could survive anything. And you know, I've been homeless in high school myself, and you know, we struggled and got through it. And you know, I could tell you got that same energy of survival in you. So I gotta ask you, you know, what's one item that you would take with you to sell in a third world country so that you can get back to London? And, you know, what third world country would you be in?
To sell, did you say?
Yes.
Or what item would it be? Would have to be a computer.
And what country would you take the computers to?
I take it to Nigeria, my home. I'll take it to Nigeria because, I mean, I've only been there once. I know it's terrible.
You speak Igbo?
When I went there, Yoruba. What you know about?
Hey, college, man, and got exposed, man.
That's amazing.
No, one of my really good friends, man, is Chinedu Yanaka, and he became a pretty big deal in the comedian world, and he's from Nigeria, and I got to meet his family, go to his house, and you know, a lot of my friends ask me like, is he authentic? Is he real? And I'm like, bruh, he has gold everywhere. He has all the wardrobe hanging on the walls. Like it's incredible when you go there, and he cut my hair. That's like our relationship. And so,
yeah, okay.
And you know, he became a famous comedian. He went on tour with Yvonne Orji.
Okay. See, a lot of people don't know how beautiful Africa is. But I never wanted to go for the longest time because in the UK they kept doing this propaganda of showing us videos of like people malnourished with flies all over their face, saying that send charity to them. So I never wanted to go. I was like, no, I don't want to go to Nigeria. But when I went, oh my God, the most G-Wagon Bentleys you've ever seen. Stacked in a row. G-Wagon, Bentley, Rolls Royce, Bentley, G-Wagon, Mercedes, Maybach. I'm just like, yo, like, what's going on here? Aren't you guys supposed to be living in like, mud huts? And it's like, nah, I got sold a dream. But that's what I'll take it to, because they're pretty resourceful themselves. So I'll take my computer to Nigeria and I'll hustle out there. I'll be like, yo, let's make some music. I'll build a foundation out there. Like, let's go. And then I'll make my way back to London at some point, or the States.
Okay, fair enough. So, man, you survived Impulse Q&A. You survived Trading Places. I got to ask you, you know, you got the project Bad Romantic out. We got Flaws and All out and really, you know, knocking down barriers. You know, what are you most excited for coming up? What have you been working on? I know you in the lab. You know, you got anything you can press play on?
You're in the Heaven exclusive. I don't know if I should even. Ooh, I don't even know what to do.
DK, if you want us to stop, tell us to stop. But if you don't tell us to stop, then here's some shit.
I mean, I just started working on this beat. Let me play this beat. Ooh, hold on. Oh, I don't know if it. Let me play this. Yeah.
Man, what else you got in there, locked and loaded?
Alright, let's see. Sugar. Let's see what I didn't put on the project. I had so many I was contemplating to put on the project that I didn't. Most of them are on my phone, but okay. I shouldn't be leaking this, but I'm gonna leak it. I don't care.
Hey.
I'm gonna leak it up to the hook and then stop. Alright, let's go.
Bruh, that go crazy. Bro, your transitions are incredible, bruh. the segments, the bars and the segments, boy.
Yeah. So many. There's. I know I really shouldn't do this, but it's the last one.
All right, yeah, last one. I want to save enough for someone else to bite on the bone. You know what I'm saying?
What is this?
Come on, bro. You over here hitting me with this exclusive.
Yep, on some drill shit. So drill life.
Okay. So, all right, what else are you excited about? Because I know that ain't it, man. That's just music.
I got some secret projects I'm working on that I'm not allowed to say anything on just yet. So I'm just patiently waiting till it comes out. Working with some amazing artists and writers. And yeah, I'm gonna buy a new house soon. So I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Come on, that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. No, I already got one. I already bought one. I'm gonna buy another one.
Oh. Come on, flex on them then. Flex on them.
I'm going to probably, I'm gonna become like a landlord. Like, what, you need a place to stay? Right?
Yeah, he's like Airbnb's going.
Hell yeah. Trying to multiply the wealth.
Oh yeah, residual income, brother. Nothing like real estate.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you know about real estate, you don't know about publishing, you got to learn to mix them both so you can make some money.
Yep. Facts.
So, bro, if you notice, the show's unique, is different, but at the same time, we do some of the things that other people do, but we try to not do it like them. You feel me? We try to be staying outside the box. And I had to figure out a way to end my show, and my guests, the listeners, will know this is coming. And so I was like, how do I make my show unique at the end? And it hit me. And I asked my guests this question. You got any questions for me?
Who have you not interviewed yet that you would love to interview? Like someone that you've got some questions for.
You know what? One of my favorite artists growing up, it was E40. And I worked with a lot of his people. I've had Be Legit on the show. I've had Muggsy on the show, which is his younger brother. Like, I messed with a lot of his camp, but I've yet to have him on the show. And that's somebody, I'm looking forward to when that day happens. But yeah, because he gave a lot of game. And, I'm from California, and a lot of the game he gave resonated with us because he didn't speak in languages that everybody could understand. Okay,
yeah. I feel you. That's dope.
Nah, bro, great question. I've never been asked that.
If you could, let me ask another one.
Hit me.
If you could tell your younger self, or give some information or some knowledge that you know now that you didn't know back then, what would you tell yourself?
Don't stress the small shit and do your business first. That would be what I tell myself, because my younger self stressed out about a lot of things, and I let ideas go. And if you don't take care of your creative properties, it can go further and without your control.
Yeah, facts.
Versus now, I got a checklist, dot my I's, cross my T's, hitting the turn. We all good, let's run.
I feel you. That's tough.
Ebenezer, bruh, I appreciate you. It's season 3, episode 12. Big shout out to Uncle Snoop's Army and Bobby D Presents. I've had the honor and pleasure of rocking with London's very own. I mean, he's Mr. International. You don't know about him, you're going to know about him soon. I'm talking about Ebenezer been rocking with me all show, man. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, brother.
Yo, this is Ebenezer all the way from London, England, and I am rocking with Contrast Uncut. Shout out to Bobby D and Uncle Snoop's Army. Let's go.
Hey, thank you, brother.
All good.
It is a rap.
Can I kick it when I'm rhyming? Be a legend through Ebonics. Was a sticker boy. Felt like sticky fingers played at Onyx. Can I live track 8? Feel like Jigga 96. Without a reasonable doubt, the album turned me into this. Shit, we always had dreams of being money making Mitch. Without jewelry on, hit a jail pose, take a flick. Feel like Pac and keep your head up. Biggie shooting juice. Coach is still alive, just let me prove. King, nigga.
Everything that you do, baby, I salute you. Every dream that came true, it's all cause of you. Everything that you do, baby, I salute you. Every dream that came true, it's all cause of you.
This really remind me of some shit from all deep. Survival with a fittest, shook ones that never reach. Survive a quiet storm, I guess the louder you could be. Or the freaky tide, we was lost boys, Mr. Chick.
Man, I know you guys can't smell this right now, and I ain't talking about none of that other stuff. I'm talking about some of that good stuff, that smell good stuff. I think it's breakfast. What time is it? It's breakfast time. Make sure you tune in to Contrast Uncut no matter what you're doing. Whether you're eating breakfast, you're smelling good food like I'm smelling, or you're smelling other stuff, we're good to watch too. Make sure you tune in.